Welcome to Enamored. This is your man Dom, aka Domination Fitness. As you can see today, I am repping my ethnicity.
Hey.
Boricua.
Hey.
Hey. If you don't already know, go ahead and, if you haven't already, I'm sorry, let's repeat that. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe the button below. Follow us at Official Enamored on Instagram and TikTok. And Facebook is simply Enamored.
Yes.
All right. We have a great show for you all this evening. Hope you all are ready like we are. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good. We gonna hit that intro. All right, man.
There we go.
Something was a little off, wasn't it?
I swear.
Let's go ahead and get into it. If you don't already know, I'm big on staying healthy and fit. I truly want everybody to be excited about it just like I am and have the knowledge on how to do so. So at the end of this show, if anyone has any questions, concerns about working out and maybe want some nutrition advice, please feel free to send us a message on either of our pages on Official Enamored, which again is on TikTok and Instagram, and on Facebook is just simply Enamored. And you can also reach me at dominate_your_fitness.
Fitness.
Okay.
I prefer Instagram, but I mean, whatever platform works for you, we can talk about it. All right.
Hey.
This man actually got me working out, y'all. So just to throw that out there, if my big self is out there working out, you can do it too.
You can do it too, Lord.
So with that being said, is going out cheaper than cooking at home?
Well,
What is your thoughts on that?
Well, we had decided that we were going to play a little game.
Right.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Just a little game.
just a little game.
Put a little spin on it, right?
The price is wrong. Because these prices is not right, bro. They are wrong.
There is absolutely
Oh, my
nothing correct
God.
about how much inflation has raised the prices of everyday food. It is like ridiculous.
Right.
So we did a little shopping around at our favorite store, Publix.
Publix.
So we're going to call off an item. Then we're going to let you dive deep into your subject. We're going to call off the price. No, we're going to call off the item. And you are to give us is it the right or wrong price they need to give us?
Well, it's gonna be wrong. I'm letting y'all know, but however y'all want to do it, man. Let's just
Right.
y'all just tell us what you think it's gonna be.
the
What you think it
price
is.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you start since you got it pulled up.
All right. You know, you're cooking breakfast, of course. How much do you think orange juice is?
$4.46.
At Publix or just in general?
I know, right?
Because-
Publix is my store of choice, but yeah, you could probably get it.
You're
cheaper
looking at
somewhere else.
three.
But I'm looking at we're looking at simply. It literally was simply made Publix,
Right.
but you say 4 or something,
Let's say $4.80.
and you
I'll say about $3.50.
Dom got it. It's $4.69.
Yeah.
Whoa.
$4.69.
$4.69.
for orange juice.
Yes.
What? What happened
Now-
to like $2?
Right. Orange juice used to run you maybe high to
$2.50.
$3
Yes.
Yeah.
depending on the good brand of orange
Right.
juice.
You right.
Orange juice now runs you $3.
And I mean,
up.
I wish I would have bought this stuff because how many
yeah.
glasses are we really getting
Not
out
many.
of that thing? Because
Well-
it's about yen high, it's about yen wide,
Well, let me say
Right.
this: if
probably
you're going
about 3
for,
or 4.
if you're going for mimosas the way that I like mimosas,
Damn,
then
who said anything about a mimosa?
Like, what?
What is this drunk talking about? This lush.
What else do you need orange juice for? Mimosas, right?
No.
Okay.
Just need a little
Breakfast.
with the little
Breakfast.
splash of mimosa, in your mimosa,
Yeah.
it'll stretch. However, If you're looking to have orange juice with your breakfast, absolutely not.
Probably for a family, it's gonna be gone after.
Just after four
Right.
cups, it's a wrap. So everybody only gets 1 cup of orange juice.
Pretty
and
much.
Don't go back looking for some more.
Right.
Get some water.
Better add some water to it.
You know, maybe that's just a way of forcing people to, you know, look for better options than looking for processed stuff. Because I mean, yeah, prices of everything is going up. But what?
But I even looked. So speaking of mimosas, right? I looked at the price of just oranges today. And this was from Harris Teeter. And oranges were running, an individual orange was almost $2 for one orange.
Wow.
One fresh orange. Are you serious?
Dang.
At
One
Publix?
orange? No, this was
Actually,
Harris Teeter.
Harris Teeter is expensive anyway. They've always
Well,
been
they're
up
not
there.
as expensive as Publix.
They're
However,
actually that's probably right there with Publix.
okay. Well, still, for one orange, you're looking at almost $2, and you're not even going to get a half a cup of orange juice out of that. That's ridiculous.
Why do you need a whole glass of orange juice? Just eat the
I'm not
orange.
saying- Well, just see for my
A whole
For
bag
your
of
mimosa.
a whole bag
Your
of
mimosa.
a whole bag of oranges is $5. So you're paying the
that
same
must
thing.
be Food Lion. Gotta be.
No, it's just in general. It's just in
Walmart.
general. It's in general. A bag of oranges. A bag of oranges. Whether it's probably
You
a pound
talking
or
about
two.
tangerines,
Right, cuties.
cuties?
A
Because
bag of
when's the last
oranges.
time? No. When was the last time you bought a bag of oranges?
3 weeks ago.
Bro, this the health man. He probably did.
You're right.
What are you talking about?
You're right.
Hey, listen, man. We got to move on. Steaks.
A T-bone to be exact.
T-bone.
much
What was
for
it?
one
One
single
single T-bone. What do y'all give it?
I want to say probably maybe
looking at-
$45.
4 to 5
$45.
for a T-bone.
For a
For a
T-bone
T-bone?
steak?
Oh,
What's
maybe
wrong with
30.
you?
Girl, what is wrong with you?
You looking at you probably
No, are you
for a
talking about at
good
the
T-bone,
restaurant?
You probably like
you
looking
talking about
at
at the
16 to
restaurant or at the
$18
grocery store?
It was.
Oh,
I think
well,
an
don't
18
buy
ounce.
it, so I don't know.
for
Okay,
18
well,
ounce.
she's
Yeah, I think
excluded.
so.
out.
Ooh, you looking probably maybe
So
even
what?
22.
So it's more or less?
How much did
Well, we
Dom
actually
say?
got it. He said 22.
Oh, I was
For a
way off.
T-bone? How
For
many
a- for-
ounces? How many ounces are y'all eating y'all steaks in?
Well, he said 18.
Yeah, I
ounce.
think it was about 18.
That's a big. That's a
much-
big.
that is a big-
That's big.
It's a
So-
nice size steak.
So
Yeah.
what
You're
is
looking
it?
at about $20-something.
It was
Well, I guess-
$16.
Six.
That's actually not bad.
That's,
shoot.
yeah.
Well, I guess y'all better cook then. If that,
Yeah, with the prices y'all throwing out, bro. Yeah, y'all.
cook
I
in the
mean-
house.
If you go to Texas Roadhouse, a Longhorn, whatever, you gonna spend $30 on an 18-ounce
That's
steak.
that's what I was. Yeah.
You know, you be better
No,
off.
but you
buying-
get hold on.
you
You
get
get a
sides
meal.
and
You get a
sides.
meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a full meal. That's
Why
not
does this thing
Sometimes.
sound like this? It sounds horrible. Unless my headphones too high.
So you had to say that.
How's that?
Live.
Nah, I'm just saying. Let's
that
turn it up a
better?
little bit.
Turn my head up.
Yeah, I might as well say it on live because they hearing the same thing we're hearing.
Jesus.
It's horrible. This.
Is this better?
Okay, there you go. I don't know,
I think that's about where you were.
but it's still I'm gonna have to tweak it. We keep anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, my bad, man.
All right. So what was our next item? So, well, Jesus, I don't know if I want to continue on with this list with the prices that y'all give. Let's do chicken breast. Dom, you're a big meal prep man. You do chicken breast. For a family pack of chicken breasts, how many?
I'll spend it.
How much do you?
Well, usually I spend between $10 and $12.
What about you, Marquita? Because you know Oreo had to have his fancy dog food.
So first of all, he gets chicken out the can. Let's be clear.
Oh, excuse me.
From Sam's.
Oh,
But
okay.
I would say $22.
God damn, what kind of
For
chicken
a
breast you?
family pack?
I don't cook, obviously. So
Obviously, this is organic, farm raised,
okay. So okay,
free
let me-
range
okay.
chicken
I'll say. You said a family pack
of chicken breast.
of chicken breasts. Okay, I'll say $11.
I think a family pack of chicken breasts came at a whopping $15.
So you had me.
Where?
I was close.
Publix.
I said 20.
Publix, and this is not the frozen in the bag chicken breast. This is a fresh pack of family.
Yeah,
Family,
this the good-ish.
right?
The good-ish.
Per-
Usually I go to I'll shop at Aldi, so I get mine for between $11-$12.
Aldi's is the stuff. I just can't lie. So just
I don't do Aldi.
you don't
There's
grocery
certain
shop.
stuff I won't
Yeah, but
buy.
when I do, I choose. I like Food Line if it's a nice,
Food
clean
Line
Food
high.
Line.
Yeah,
Food
you
Line
like
high.
Food Line? What? Food
Okay,
Line?
sorry.
High. In comparison to Publix in here, Cedar.
Publix is just when I'm really wanting a good shopping experience. Publix is where my go-to
Right.
for that. You know.
It makes sense that you work there or work for them.
Yeah.
Well, I used to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will always say that Walmart will
They do
as
have better produce.
as many issues as Walmart has against people of color. I will say that Walmart.
I forgot
is still
about
my go-to.
Walmart.
So
Walmart
there's
is
certain
still my
places
go-to.
I'll go to, like for fruit and stuff. I'll probably go like to Harris Teeter or Publix.
I go to
and-
Publix specifically for fruit.
Yeah,
I actually
so-
don't think of Walmart when I think about groceries though. Because
see,
when I go to
depends.
Walmart, it's not for groceries. Like
for
I go if
household
I'm
stuff.
just doing something, I want a quick bite to eat. I run down to Food Line or something.
Well, let me ask you: when do you think of groceries?
I get what you're saying, Ebony. I get what you're saying, but I still
get it.
buy groceries. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not shopping for the entire family, but just for myself.
Right.
If I'm here by myself or something like that, and I want to get something and just make something quick, I still have to think grocery store, right?
True.
So, like I said, I think Food Line, Publix, Walmart isn't something that I think about when it comes to groceries. I remember a time when Walmart didn't even have groceries.
Very true.
Oh yeah,
They were just a
more like a
clothing
department store.
department,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
But see, my
think
family
that's-
they
old school.
they all worked at Walmart. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, man.
What's the next
So
one?
I think in essence,
hold on. The main thing, even though I know prices have now dropped, because this was the main item that people went crazy over lately, eggs. What do y'all think the price of eggs are?
oh yeah,
I mean, the price of eggs has went down some.
Yeah.
Well, we got some today for $2.99. Oh, actually, it was $2.39.
I didn't pay attention to that.
I did. I was looking at the receipt. It said $2.99 on the,
Wait, you didn't
where
look
they
at
were
the price
located.
before you grabbed it?
We did.
We
It was
did. It was
$2.99
when we
for
grabbed it.
12
you
eggs.
said on the receipt, so
Right. So when he rung it up, it said $2.39. So that's what I'm saying. So I
Well, the
would say
average going price for eggs, and
probably like $7.
thank God they came down. But yes, they were at
Yeah,
one point $7.
Yeah.
Yes, I was paying $7 just for 12 eggs, just literally weeks ago. But the prices have gone down now to they're about averaging out about $4 for a dozen eggs,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. So,
Yes.
based off of that analysis, I believe that it is cheaper to go out to eat.
Yes.
So, that's what we've been doing.
That's what I do
That's
every
what
day.
we've been doing.
I do
lately.
every day. So
We've
obviously,
gone out.
Why do you think that though?
Just with inflation, it is cheaper. When you factor in how much time it takes for me to prepare a meal for a larger family in comparison to having a meal that's already made. Is it healthier? Maybe not. However, is it cheaper? Yes.
How's it? Okay, so how how is it cheaper though? So like let me ask. So since we're talking about eggs at the moment. What do you eat for breakfast?
Well, we're kind of mixed here.
you have a
because-
gentleman that just said it is definitely cheaper to eat at home than it is to eat out. But I'm thinking that in shop and looking at these prices today, I'm personally thinking that it's about neck and neck. It's almost
Yeah.
about neck and neck because
The
when you
gap
think
is
about how
closing.
much you
Yeah.
need, how many items you actually need in order to feed a family, because we have to think about a family.
Right.
So it's
right.
not just a single person.
so
you
a
know.
single person, I think it is cheaper to eat out. Speaking for myself,
And that's just now because of inflation. But
Right.
normally, of course,
Right.
you should eat at the house. But even if it is cheaper to, it really wouldn't matter. I still think that ultimately you should eat at the house. I think it can be more healthy, even though we got a lot of healthy options out. And I know this gentleman, I believe, is from the. Oh, he said not the Netherlands. Oh, I'm sorry. Here I know that in the United States, we're getting a lot of healthier options now because that's like the fad, right?
Right.
At least right now. But I still think that you should cook at the house.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I think ultimately it'll be a lot more healthier for you.
Because you know what you're putting in your food.
Well, you're more
things
conscious
like
of
that.
what you're eating when you
Right.
eat at home because you're putting in the thing. So you're thinking about more. You're more thinking about exactly what you're about to eat.
Right.
You know how you gonna cook it, how you gonna eat it. You know what you gonna put in it and stuff like that. That's definitely one of the biggest advantages to cooking at home. Now, personally, I feel, I guess what works in my household, I feel like me cooking at home is cheaper for us. The reason why I said it is because we'll make something in a very big portion to where it'll last us for a couple of days.
Right.
So I can buy a big pack of chicken breast or a big pack of chicken thighs and stuff like that, and that'll last me at least a good 3 or 4 days. Now, this is where I was talking about being in one of our other episodes was about macros, about how much you eat and about how much you eat.
Right.
Everything has to be portioned into to you.
Right.
When we overeat, then that can also put in a stipulation into how much food is being eaten, how much we're saving and stuff like that. And when we put more things like that, when we get a little more detailed or strategic in how much we're eating and exactly what we're eating, we can actually save money from eating at home instead of eating out.
Definitely.
Because what I was looking at, I don't remember the exact website, but it was saying that an average family eats a year spends $3,000 on going out onto a restaurant.
I didn't.
And then a single adult spends about $1,200 just on fast food. Now, when you looking at the prices at fast food, you can get so this is say for example, we go to McDonald's, we can get I'm just gonna say for example, we're gonna talk quote unquote cheap, right?
Right.
So you go get a quarter pounder or even McChicken. McChicken is not even $1 anymore.
Nothing is $1 anymore.
That's what I'm saying. So
anything
everything is going up.
Right.
So you put that, then you want fries on top of that, and then you want a drink on top of that. So you already looking at $7
Right.
right off the rip. When you can go ahead and go to the store and get you 8 chickens
Right.
for $12.
And then the sides.
Then you can dice it up, and then you can even split it even more so than how you bought it.
Right. Definitely.
So if you look look at it that way, you're really saving more money than spending more money when you buy your food and cook it. That's why I strongly suggest about meal prepping. Find a day, find some time, make some time in meal prepping to where you can at least give yourself 2 to 3 days to where you don't have to worry about cooking. When you get home from work, you ain't gotta worry about cooking. You got food in the fridge.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We got food at the house.
Right.
Exactly. We got food at the house. I remember my mom used to say that all the goddamn time.
Right.
But that's a big reason why I really stress that, because it's a less hassle. One, and two, you already put in the time of cooking, so you don't have to worry about it for a few days. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't have to worry about your health because you already know what you cook.
Right. Right.
You know what you cook. You don't got to worry about these preservatives and stuff like that they put in on fast food and stuff like that. Everything what you put is, for the most part now, so yes, they do preserve it in some shape or form, but if you compare it to what you're going to get at fast food, and even a lot of these restaurants that we go to, they're getting a lot better quality at a better price.
Right.
Yeah, I know. We're just gonna skip it.
They were saying malformed vegetable community, and it seems to be a grocery stores sell vegetables that don't have an alluring shape to smaller sellers. So,
Is that like Misfits?
I'm
So
thinking
I've
that's
heard
what
of
they're
Misfits,
saying.
which is vegetables that they look like they're oddly shaped or bruised or things like that they sell to consumers. I won't say at a
Okay.
discounted price, but it is at a cheaper price
Cheaper
than
rate,
what
huh?
you would get at the grocery stores,
Oh wow.
which I find to be great because Food Lion, for some reason, lately, within the past couple years, I've gotten my worst produce at Food Lion, and I paid substantial prices for great fruits and vegetables, and they have been horrible. I bought an onion, and it's been rotten
Before you even got
before I even got
to it. Yeah.
to use it. And it's literally maybe been 24 hours since I purchased it. Food Lion has the worst vegetables.
That produce has definitely went down tremendously because
really
they used to be okay, and then I don't know what happened.
Yeah, right. And it's a lot of vegetables that I prefer to be fresh than canned. So I don't think I've ever bought canned asparagus. I like my asparagus fresh. I prefer broccoli fresh, cauliflower fresh. So even lettuce, I prefer a head of iceberg lettuce versus shredded lettuce, a bag of shredded lettuce. And I have found that it'll be completely brown before I even get to it. And that's literally in a matter of days.
That's sad.
So then now
Really?
what I've invested in that is now trash. So
Well, I guess we kind of like in the air with this one, so.
yeah, I think with inflation, it's kind of they're almost running hand in hand. But are there benefits still from cooking at home? Most definitely, versus eating out. So I guess it all depends on how you really look at it.
Yeah, I mean, but I overall I feel like everybody needs to be in some shape or form worried about their health in some shape or form. Whether you work out or not or stuff like that, at least, you should be worried about what you're putting in your body because a lot of the stuff that we put in our body is causing, a lot of illness and sickness and stuff like that, cancer, heart disease and stuff like that. When I was recently researching in my book that I've been learning on for personal training and stuff like that about nutrition, and one of the biggest things that they talked about was fats. So there's different kind of fats. You got your unsaturated fats and you got your saturated fats, and then you have your trans fats. Trans fats is you want to stay away from that completely. Let's just put that out there. Anything you say that a label that has trans fat, stay away from it. Unsaturated fat you're really gonna get from your olive oil, your canola oil, and stuff like that.
Right.
Now there's two different types of unsaturated fats, which would be your mono and your poly. Now again, mono would be more like olive oil, and then your poly would probably be more like avocado or lentils or something like that. Lentils are also really good too for protein. It's a really a lot of vegans use it for a protein choice.
So there's good fats.
There are very good fats.
So
Now,
I'm a good fat.
No.
Fats
What
are
we
very
gonna do?
important to incorporate in your
we need to
diet.
do
Overall,
sound effects.
within your total calorie intake, you wanna bring in 10%. 10% of your intake of calories need to include fats.
So fats.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
For somebody who's not that active or whatever, usually about 40 to 60% is going to be carbs. Now, when we think of carbs, we think we need low carb and stuff like that. No, you really actually need more carbs than you need protein. because
Shut up. That's the first I have
You
ever
need
heard
more
that.
carbs than you need protein.
More
You
carbs
sure?
and protein?
yeah, absolutely. Especially for somebody who's active. Like for example, me, I need about 60 to 65% of my calorie intake needs to be carbs.
Oh, okay.
For an
Because
athlete.
carbohydrates provide energy, right?
That's
Right.
the main
Okay.
source. Now,
Okay.
of course, there. Of course, there are goods, there are bads, whatever. But
So what are some good carbs?
good carbs, vegetables.
Beans?
Beans
Yeah.
do have some fats too, but beans are a good carb. You got non-starch, low carb non-starch carbs, which are like your kale, your spinach,
Okay.
carrots, stuff like that. Now, of course, you got your starch, which is like sweet potatoes, rice, brown rice,
Right.
stuff like that. And just for even just for the average person, you want to keep your within your calorie intake. You want to keep it between 40 to 60% of that's going to be carbs. So if you look at the math, let's just say 60%, right? So you have 60% is going to be carbs, 30% is going to be protein. Then that 10% is going to be fats. Without it give you 100% of your calorie intake.
Right.
So long as you put all those three things, 'cause you need all those three things to what's the word I'm looking for? To give yourself the nutrients that your body needs all the way around, because
Okay.
your body needs all of that.
Right.
And your carbs are for your energy. Your protein is good provides you the amino acids, which is really, especially if you're working out, is really good to repair your muscles that you just broke down. Fats are really good because what fat they break down slower than carbs do. So which helps to keep you fuller a little bit longer. Now, of course, again, portion comes in a big play with all your meals. So, I mean, typically for the most part, what I eat pretty much every 3 hours. So if I'm looking at it, usually start eating probably around 6 in the morning. So I'm looking at eating at 6 in the morning. My last meal should be at, let me see, 6. Usually it's around 7 or 8 at night. After
So
8
is
o'clock,
that-
you shouldn't be eating
Is
anything.
that considered like that intermediate fasting period that a lot of people I know decide to do?
So when you're fasting, you're gonna be 16 hours of not eating.
Okay.
8 hours you will be eating.
Is that 16 waking hours or 16?
16 hours.
Okay.
16 hours, and then only thing you're doing is drinking water. No coffee, no tea, water.
Wow. I try to do that now, man. I wake up. Of course, for the people that are new, I'm a truck driver. So when I wake up, I literally go as long as I can. I fast as long as I can without eating anything, right? And then when I do get hungry, since we just started these Kiari shakes, hit my wife up. They are amazing.
Yes.
The energy pills are amazing. Hit us up if you would like some. We would get them to you. We have been I have been really on these shakes. So when I do get hungry, I go ahead and hit that meal replacement shake. You know what I'm saying? I started working out, of course, and I just drink water. Then when I can't take it no more, I go ahead and eat. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying that's the proper way of going about this, because I probably should be eating more, but no, I'm sure I should be eating more in smaller amounts. But I think it's gonna break my mentality, though. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to break my mentality of there's this point where when you're trying to lose weight, it's like a pit in the middle of your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you could never feel it, and it's like you gotta break your mind. It's a mind process. So that's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
When you're doing that now, the only thing I would say is to make sure that it's not that's a very short term thing, because when you, I mean, like you were saying, when you're fasting, like I said, you're 16 hours of the day you're not eating. Not eating anything, you're just drinking water. Those other 8 hours of the day, you want to eat something. Now, of course, your portions are going to be smaller, but I would eat every 2 hours, so you're probably gonna get 4 meals. And if you're fasting, if you're really trying to lose weight, then I would honestly stick to more of a plant-based meals. Now, the protein shakes that you're doing, that's fine. But you do want to eat some solid food too, so you can get those natural nutrients that your body is needing.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I want to throw a wrench in here. With meal replacement shakes, what can you add to it that would be a little bit more filling?
You can add.
No, I'm talking about actually into your shake. I know some people would say like chia seeds, but what is actually a filler?
You can add chia seeds, which is more of a I guess they would consider more. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry. Chia seeds is more considered as a fat.
Okay.
But you can also add oats. A lot of people add oats. You could even add a nut butter, almond butter, peanut butter, whatever, to add that more filling to it. Hell, you can even add fruits, which is just natural. Is just a natural carb. Yeah, it has sugars, but if you compare it to the sugar that you would get out of, let's just say, for example, a Snicker bar. Like I think I mentioned this before. Snicker bars can have a high fructose corn syrup. Now corn syrup takes 9 days to exit your system.
My goodness.
Now, wait.
That's more than red meat.
It takes 9 days to come out of your system if you don't consume. If you consume low amounts of sugar, or you don't consume any more. So let's just say you have a Snicker bar today and you have a Snicker bar tomorrow. You just times that by 2.
Oh wow!
So that's 18 days. When you buy natural sugar, which you're gonna get from your fruits mainly, and when it only takes a couple hours.
Oh wow!
So there's a big difference. It's artificial,
right?
Versus natural. That's why they say to stay away from artificial flavoring and these artificial sugars and stuff like that. You want to keep it as natural as possible.
Right.
Now, granted, we all have our cheat day. We all have our craving and stuff like that. Now, there's always ways to there's recipes out there to make a Snicker bar to where it's still healthier, but you still get that that flavor, that taste that you're looking for, but you won't have to worry about those certain ingredients that your body doesn't know how to break down.
Right.
Because when your body doesn't know how to break down, all it's going to do is store it.
Right.
And it stores in the area that, of course, you're not going to want it to be at. And like I said, if it takes 9 days for it to exit your system, and you continue to add on to it, you just times it by 2.
Right. And that's why I think I actually made a mock version of a Reese's peanut butter cup using the meal replacement. So I did dark chocolate with peanut butter and mixed the meal replacement in there versus getting all the added sugars and fats from a Reese's peanut butter cup. I made a homemade one to kind of balance that out.
Yeah, that's good too.
Well, I'll say this. We probably shouldn't have opened it with this one because we've been talking about this for 30 minutes. And we definitely need to, if we going to get anything done in 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we definitely got to move this on.
All right, so let's move on. I'm gonna do what's my man's name?
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
So we wanted to, I think, I just simply want to say, and I'm going to keep this brief, of course, because we need to move on. Ja Morant, I wish this brother all the best. I think he's a very talented basketball player. He's one of the most talented basketball players in the NBA currently, even though I believe currently right now he's suspended. It it's not even really a conversation about Ja Morant as it is a conversation about our youth being enticed by this lifestyle that they see on TV or they see in movies, and most of these music videos and social media and stuff. You get caught up in this stuff and you think this stuff is reality. Right. And being that he's made it, right? You would think he would know this by now. Right. This is not reality, man. This is foolishness. What you trying to chase is foolishness. You are the epitome. You have made the epitome of what people want to make it to. Act like you got some sense. Right. You running around here throwing up pistols. You talking on Twitter, talking all this gangster talk. Bro, everybody want to be a gangster till the guns start playing. Right. I say that all the time to these kids. Everybody want to be a thug till it get real. Right. Like, definitely. Literally, there's nothing out here. Prison ain't cool. Jail ain't cool. None of this stuff is cool. I don't know what got you thinking that it is, but I promise you it's not.
Definitely.
Let that mess go.
And a lot, I think, our youth fail to realize a lot of what social media and these rappers portray is not how they actually live their life.
They might have used to.
Right. Maybe used to, but a lot of them, it wasn't
I guess I'm thinking more like Young Moneybag and Young Dolph and stuff like that. You know, they live that life.
There are some true rappers that have lived that type of lifestyle, but a lot of them have not. Just like, for instance, one rapper, and I'm about to tell our age.
He just asked a crazy question. I'm going to let y'all...
well, let me get this out real
I'm going to
quick.
let y'all get this out, then I'm going to let y'all answer this.
So, Plies... is a rapper. Well, he still tries to do some relevant stuff now, but Plies had all this, you know, he wasn't necessarily street, but he had more of that the mentality, right? Plies is
as a rapper,
right? As
as
a rapper,
a rapper, you're right.
Truth be told, Plies has a degree in medical. He has a medical degree.
Educated.
Right.
He is a very educated individual.
Right.
So this whole persona that these rappers pull off and try to perceive to this younger generation, this is not what they practicing this every day.
We can't blame it just on rappers, though. I think it's a bigger conversation. It's just our entertainers are, you know what I'm saying, in general, no matter what they do. Like, quit trying to glorify this thug lifestyle.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's stupid.
Half of the people
I don't think it's the
about
rappers.
That
I think it's it's the people who put them in the into the environment. They want to continue to keep the a certain demographic of certain individuals. So all they rap about, all they talk about is those certain things. So I think I talk about him all the time. Wall Street Trapper. He mentions about that all the time. How just in general, like, you know, we really gotta stop, you know, talk thinking like that, because, you know, those others want to keep certain individuals into thinking or looking at or being looked at in a certain perspective when. Right. 9 times out of 10, like you were just saying, aren't even in that lifestyle, but they're being told that they need to talk about this, they need to talk about that, because that's what's quote unquote hot.
Right. They want them to glorify that, and that's not it.
I don't understand it, bro. Right. Like, I shared a story with a friend. I shared a story with a friend about this young man who tried to fight me at he was young, like 17 or something, man. He was one of my workers at a fast food restaurant. I was like, listen, man, it's going to end up. This is basically going to end up. It's like 1 of 4 ways for you. You know, either you might get off on me, but more than likely not. I'm going to wind up kicking you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be embarrassed, or if not, hurt, damn near dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what this mentality is with the youth and why they believe that this is what they really want. It's not. I promise you, it's not what you want.
Definitely.
And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about like that lifestyle. It's not what you want. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that, you know, because I think about like what strays these what entices them about this stuff. Bro, you got millions.
Right.
millions of dollars. Literally, if you never play another game in NBA, you never have to work again in your life.
Right.
Why are you doing this? Like, why are you talking like he's up here talking as if his parents didn't give everything they had for him. If he didn't, as if he didn't go to private school, as if he didn't. You get what I'm saying? He literally had the spoon in his mouth, and he's still want to act like a thug. He the type of person that need to do. Y'all remember Scared Straight? He the type of young man that they need to say, you know what, Ja, that ain't even his real name, by the way. But you know what, Ja, what you need to do, I'm as a judge, this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna go ahead and throw you in prison right now. And the prisoners need to go ahead and put him through a scared straight week.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, because he obviously is enticed by something that's a fallacy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's not real. It's fiction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Right.
What is wrong with you, bro? You know, but I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I like the guy a lot. But it's just like, man, come on, get it together, man. I think he's like I said, open up, very talented brother. And I know we don't have a lot of time to stay on this topic, but this is a conversation that needs to happen with our youth, man.
Yeah. Definitely.
They really need to realize that just because Superman can fly don't mean I'm telling you to go jump off buildings. I'm not giving you listen.
Right.
Don't go jumping off buildings, bro. You know what I'm saying? The same way that we know that that's fake, it's the same way you should know that these rappers and stuff are giving you a fallacy. This is not real. They don't even want to do this stuff.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They may have come from this at one point in their life, but now that they're out of it. Didn't T.I. say that one time? He was like, look, I did all that to get out of that crap.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
They're doing whatever it takes
to continue to sell, but they need to start. That's what we were talking about on the last episode. It's about some morality, bro. Having a little bit of morality. At some point, you need to start saying, hey, listen, I'm not promoting this stuff anymore. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, man, we can't stay on this topic. I would love to, because I wish we were still doing off week like we used to.
Right.
Because this is one that I would go in a little bit more on.
You say you
oh,
had a
yeah.
question.
Yeah, we had a question from, we had a question. It says, how can I get a black wife? I know it's a stupid question, but I am only attracted to black women.
Wow. How can you get a black?
Hey, listen. I'm just gonna say, man, be yourself.
Just be you.
Right.
Yeah, be you, because Dom is not black, and he loves the sisters. So listen, just be yourself, man. I think black women are some of the most beautiful. I personally, of course, my wife is black. Of course, she's right here. But I personally have always been inclined to like Hispanic women. But I think that we need to. I'm trying to get over the whole race thing. I'm trying to be a better person. So it's really just about who you can find that can. I always tell people like this, man. Who can you find that will wipe your tail when you can't wipe it for yourself? Definitely. I don't care what color they are. If they will wipe your behind when you can't wipe it for yourself, that's the person you need.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, man, it ain't about what they look like. It's about who they are.
Right.
You know, if they got your back.
Deep down. Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man. By the way, if you're new here, as always, we try to put that plug in, man. We're trying to grow. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share and tell somebody, man. We have very interesting conversations. We're a variety podcast, so we talk about a variety of things. So hit that like button. We have a movie review channel as well called Enamored Movie Reviews that we're launching. We're going to be launching a children's book in the next few months, a children's channel as well. And we will be launching a health and fitness channel. Yeah. So that's to include spiritual wellness, mental wellness, and what's the other one?
Of course, physical.
Physical, of course. Okay, thank you. The wine is starting to hit me. Today's wine is Cotton Candy by Duplin Farms here in North Carolina. Yes. All right, man. What we got?
What's next?
All right. So what we got next is why do men hold on to women that they don't want a relationship with?
Hello.
Well, I can't answer that question.
Right. Hello.
Hold on. What kind of relationship are we talking about here?
I think they talking about a normal relationship,
Right,
boyfriend,
yeah,
girlfriend,
relationship.
husband,
Typical-
wife. Yeah.
Your typical relationship that would blossom into
Marriage.
Marriage, essentially.
Right.
Can't answer for that then.
Well,
I find it difficult. I don't know why a person would hold on to someone unless, like we said in a previous podcast, unless it's like, hey, listen, this person provides everything I need, but I still have that desire to go get something else. Now, again, a mentality like that is an immature mentality. I will say that. I'm growing. So if y'all start listening to my earlier podcasts, I'm evolving in the past year. I'm evolving as a person. My opinions are changing. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay.
right.
That's what we should be doing, right? You should be sharpening and growing. So my opinions are definitely changing. I think that a man could quote. I'm throwing air quotes up for everybody, right? I think that you could find a man that would want to hold on to a woman simply due to selfishness at the end of the day, because this person is literally they're washing my clothes, they're providing everything, they're basically perfect, but I just still want to have sex with other people.
A garden tool.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it could be that, or they getting something, you know, a little bit bigger than that, like
Financial reasons as well. Financial reasons. Hey,
she the breadwinner. She got the house.
right?
She got the car. He just living there because he just.
Because the question
he's
could
just
be
there.
totally right. The question could be totally reversed, right, bro? Because I mean, when you think about it, women could literally be holding on to men that they truly don't want, because they do this all the time. They truly don't. I actually know some personally right now that will hold on to a man. Literally because if they don't have him, they don't know where. And that really ties into when we were talking about that domestic abuse, right? Why they don't leave, because they feel as if they. Before I go any further, these are my opinions. I am not a counselor.
These are all of our opinions.
These are our opinions.
Right.
This does not reflect Enamored media in any way, shape, or form. Now, people will hold on to a situation that they are comfortable with, that they are in tune with, that they know, right? Because when they get out of that, they don't know. That's just like death.
Unfamiliar.
Right.
It's just like death. Why do people really fear death?
Right.
Is
Because it's
truthfully,
unknown.
it could be a wonderful experience, excuse me, as my brother on the other podcast says, the basement with Tim Ross, and you don't know because you don't know what's next. So you don't know what it would be like. I've been taken care of by this person for so long. I don't know what will come when I leave this situation.
Right.
So if I leave my partner who is taking care of everything for me, I don't know what life would look like without them.
Right.
I have been enticed by other people, and come on, we always think that it's the opposite sex, but you don't know what really could be happening. It could be the same one. I'm just saying, love is love, right?
Right.
So they may mess around and be attracted to another man and don't want to lose that for the appearance sake.
Right. Definitely.
They fear what it would do to them if they venture out. If I now say that, hey, I'm starting to like men, and I start messing with another man, but I won't let my wife know because I don't know how she may take that.
Right.
I don't know how my boss may take that. I don't know how my brother, you get what I'm saying, right? So that appearance keeps me in check, so to speak.
Right.
Right. So I think that is more than just a man question. You get what I'm saying? I think it's just a relationship question in general, right?
Right.
So everybody, it's varying reasons why this can occur. But it's at the end of the day, it's all selfish.
It is. I
It
agree.
is. Yep. At the end of the day, definitely. I think you kind of wrapped that one up
Right.
because
Yeah.
being selfish does kind of keep you grounded, and grounded is not the right word to use for it, but it does kind of change the perspective of things. Also, fear of the unknown. So I think you kind of hit
Look at
the
you.
head on the nail, as they say.
He did that one.
Yeah, that ain't.
They were
that
asking if they could
come to
join, and I did not set it up. I apologize because we actually do want to have guests be able to join via phone call, and we have the capability of doing it. I just did not set it up tonight, and I do apologize. But if you will subscribe and join us. We are a bi-weekly podcast, so we're on tonight. So not next Saturday, but the next Saturday we will be back on. Definitely. And we will have it set up, I promise. And I will have the number pinned in the comments so you can call. All right.
So moving on to the next thing, since you hit it on the head, you know.
Right.
How do you have a hard conversation?
Right. So those hard conversations
That's
that you
very
have
good.
to have.
That's very good.
Right. And it's not just in relationships. I think you have to have, well, I guess I said that wrong. Not just in boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, fiance relationships. In any form of relationship, or as they like to say, situationships, how do you prep yourself to have these hard conversations? Even just in general friendships, when I need to express how I feel, but it may push that other person back a little bit, or they may be taken aback a little bit based off of what I'm going to say. How do you prep yourself? I know me, sometimes I have to play the scenario out of my head. Look, well, he may say X, Y, and Z, and my rebuttal is going to be, or it may just be, I need to have, a meditation or a prayer moment to get my thoughts and things together before I present myself to this person. So how do you go about it?
I know you wanted some deep conversation around this.
Everybody is different. So
I think
just
that
wanted to know.
Because I'm not being funny when I say this. I think sometimes assertiveness says I'm gonna talk to you directly, right? I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna come to you directly, not rudely, not you may take it as that, but I'm not being rude.
Right.
I'm not being argumentative. I need to come to you directly and have a conversation directly to you.
No judgment.
Right.
Hey, listen, there's something that you did that made me feel a certain type of way, and I need to have a conversation about it.
Right.
Right? It's direct.
Right.
Now, there was really no preparation, on my part for that. Outside of, I thought about it and I told myself, don't come at them like talking down to them. Come at them on an equal playing field. Outside of that, there was no preparation, right? So I just simply want to say, sometimes it's just about being assertive. It's just about having the conversation.
Right.
It's just about simply stepping into what is.
Right.
Because oftentimes we think too much.
Yeah.
Don't y'all think like literally we overthink stuff.
Yes,
and when we start
absolutely.
overthinking
That's a
stuff, we
fact.
start formulating opinions and stuff that may not even exist.
Right.
True.
That person may not feel any type of way, but you want to sit here thinking about, I'm
is
gonna
what they
prepare
gonna
for this.
say.
I'm gonna prepare for. They're
Right,
gonna say
right,
this
right.
back to me, and then you formulating an answer before you even ask the
Right.
question.
You know,
So
it's-
what are we doing?
It's funny you
Right?
say that, because there's a book that I've been reading that talks about boundaries, and that's one of the things that it talks about is, instead of in order to set a boundary, you need to talk about it. You know what your boundary is, and whether if you don't, a lot of time everything just escalates, and then when you hold something back, you like you said, you start overthinking about these solutions and thinking about the worst outcome instead of what actually probably was gonna happen. You truly don't know exactly how it's gonna end.
Right.
So I know personally with me, I guess for me it depends on what it is that the type of quote unquote hard conversation it is.
Right.
I guess personally for me, you know, I'm still doing some growing because like as growing up, you know, a relationship with another female, as you know, and this is going towards, you know, my mom and stuff like that, you know, just women in general.
Right.
There was no dialect. There was one way or the other way. So, you know, in a lot of ways that affected me in a way, and it actually affected me in my relationships, and I didn't realize that until this one.
Right.
She pointed it out. I was like, no, ain't no way. But when I actually started looking at it, and I actually started doing some self-reflecting and stuff like that, I was like, whoa, damn.
Right.
You know, it's you can't hold certain things. You just got to talk about it. You know, there's a lot of times it's like, oh, I don't know how it's going to end, whatever. You just gotta
had a conversation.
honestly, you just gotta man up and do it, and you know, and just talk about it. I mean, it is
Just
what
have
it
a
is.
conversation.
What happened. You can't change nothing about it. So whatever. So I mean, there's always consequences to everything, whether it's a good consequence or it's a bad consequence. I mean, you made the choice to do what you did. And I for example, I'm gonna give you an example. So I made an investment on something. I put some money in, and well, kind of find out it wasn't a very good investment, and pretty much got scammed. So I got screwed in the long run. I didn't know how to talk to her about it.
Right.
Now, I didn't take too long, but I mean, I definitely did was like, okay, how are we gonna approach this? Because I didn't want to approach it in a certain way to where she was gonna just freak out.
Right.
I didn't want that, because then I gotta come up with how I'm gonna explain that.
Right.
You know, so I wanted to give it to her in a certain way to where, like, okay, look, this is what happened. This is what I did. This is the result. I didn't understand this, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, for me, I do sometimes have to prepare myself exactly how I'm going to say it now, because even, you know, certain hard conversations where, let's just say, for example, you guys got in a heated argument, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes those can be hard conversations.
Right.
For me, depending on how heated it got, I can get very heated too. Well, when I get heated, I don't think, I just talk.
Right.
Right.
So there's a lot of times I'll let her talk, and I'll be like, okay, I'll get back to you. Because if I speak now, this is going to get worse than what it is.
Right.
So I'll break down, see what I did. You know, I'll break down what I did, put myself in her shoes, and then I put myself back in my shoes, and okay, I'll, like, there's sometimes I do some deep thinking, and just to make sure, just like, okay, am I truly wrong, or is she wrong,
Right.
or are we both wrong? 9 times out of 10, we both got some wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
9 times out
Right.
of 10, you both
We both
contributed
have-
to that
yeah.
situation.
Right.
Whether who did more of this, more of that, doesn't matter. We both played a part in it. So once I, you know, basically dissect that, I'll bring it to her. You know, we'll talk about it, bring it to her attention, and then boom. It's
My
done.
wife and I this morning we had a falling out, and it had to deal with finances, you know, and don't get me wrong, I see your little look, but it had to deal with finances, and it was like me, it's like you know, of course, you know, I make decent money, you know what I'm saying. My wife makes decent money, so truthfully, the income is more than enough.
Right.
However, I made some poor decisions, you know, regarding like credit, overextending myself, you know, on a monthly schedule or whatever. And but it's like when we've had these conversations, it's like you really want to say, bro, it's all your fault. And I'm like, hey, let's not act like, you know, we both
Right.
didn't contribute to why we in a penny crunch right now. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we both contributed to it. Like, all this stuff wasn't free. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like, you were right there with me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I didn't do this on my own.
When I was balling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but I'm trying to get her to see that, you know, and sometimes it's like this about having a new mindset. a new way of thinking. It's like I'm very content. I'm happy overall. Like, I know it's a bad thing to say, but sometimes when the people call, you ain't gotta answer the phone. Just don't think about it. Like, we'll get to them when we get to them, but it's like I'm content. Like we sitting here every other week. I'm talking on this podcast. I get to run off at the mouth. Look, you kind of gotta. No, seriously though, you kind of gotta like think.
Right.
Okay, this the situation that I'm in. Right. I can't make a change right now. I'm not gonna not live my life trying to imaginarily reach some goal that's not attainable at the moment.
Right.
Like I'm gonna don't get me wrong, you still got to make wise decisions while you in it to get out of it.
And you still have to have a goal to get out of it. But,
yeah, you still got to have a goal, but you still got to live your life.
Right.
You ain't got but one.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You don't have but one. And truth be told, they wouldn't have gave you that message. They ain't think you were going, you know what I'm saying, get caught up. Because that's where they make their extra money at. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So, yeah, I mean, that's how we always wonder how rich people be getting in debt. You get what I'm saying? Like, we always be like, how in the world that person got so many millions of dollars and they in debt?
Yep.
And they up here talking about going to court, filing bankrupt. How in the world this person just won the lottery and it's really easy. I'm telling you guys, like, it's really an easy thing to do.
That was my exact thoughts when I heard that 50 Cent had filed for bankruptcy the first time. I was like, what?
But it's simple. They don't really understand finances like that.
If you really understand finances, then yes, I can. I now, in this mindset, can understand how he had to file for bankruptcy.
Right.
Versus
I can
before,
see it.
What do you mean?
Right.
You got plenty of money.
Wait, let me put that up. We are not millionaires.
No.
We might be some 100,000-aires or something like that, 1,000-aires or whatever, but we are not millionaires by any means. So, I just literally want to put that out there because what you want to hit? I think it's the blue one, but no, I guess not.
It's that yellow one.
Oh yeah, but yeah, man. So let me not put that out there like that. I don't know. If I was a millionaire, we would not be scrunched up like this.
Right.
Trying to look in this one camera angle. I would have everything set up. I will definitely be having a donation link here soon.
Right.
Because we would take $1.50, whatever you can donate.
Whatever your heart
would
desires.
be great.
It definitely will follow. So, Marquita, how do you kind of, get yourself ready for those hard conversations?
Don't do that.
I really, at this point in my life, maybe in my younger years, I would try to avoid them. But now, as an adult, I just, like I said, just have the conversation. I mean, make it a no judgment zone, and just, talk how I feel.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I can definitely say that I have been the one to avoid hard conversations because I just felt like it was easier if I don't say anything at all. Eventually, it'll smooth over and everything will be okay. But as I've grown, I've noticed that it doesn't smooth. It may
only
smooth
hurts
over
you.
temporarily, but it doesn't go away.
I'm sorry. I just had this crazy thought.
Oh my gosh.
What if the bill collector was in the chat talking to me? Yeah, you on this podcast? You don't want to answer the phone.
Oh God!
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
was
get you
real
one way or another.
Wow.
What?
I'm sorry, baby. I don't know why that came to my mind, bro.
We've been trying to reach you.
Right.
And that might be the time to close it out. Then.
Right.
Damn, he gonna take my glass. I'm about to reach for it.
is
No,
to take that
you're
glass. You're done.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
bro.
gosh. Oh, this
well,
was
we
great.
have been going for an hour.
Yeah,
This was great.
This was a good
This
episode.
was phenomenal,
This was a good
man. It was a
episode.
great
I
episode.
love it. I love it. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we need to get your glass too.
Oh, jeez.
Obviously,
Let me
yes.
take my glass.
And go ahead and
on.
follow us on Instagram and TikTok at official Enamored, and again on here on Facebook it is just simply Enamored.
Right.
Go ahead and give us a follow and subscribe us below, and
Comment.
we will see you next time.
All right.
We out.
We're out.
Hey. That was funny, bro. Who was Francis? Oh, they were from the Netherlands, man. They joined us from the Netherlands tonight.